We appreciate you for staying with us. Let's move to our next story. Welcome back. President Bola Tinubu has reshuffled his cabinet, removing 5 ministers and restructuring Nigeria's ministerial system on October 23. Among the significant changes, the Ministry of Niger Delta Development and the Ministry of Sports Development were scrapped. A new Ministry of Regional Development was established to oversee various regional development commissions across the country. The affected ministers include Uju Kennedy, that's Women Affairs Minister, Lola Adejon, Tourism Minister, Tahir Maman, Education, Abdullahi Mohammed Gwazo, State for Housing and Urban Development, and Jamila Bao Ibrahim, Youth Development. Additionally, former Minister Sunday Dare was appointed Special Advisor on Public Communication. We have Bianca Ojukwu was named Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, while the restructuring aims to improve governance and efficiency in the administration. This story has birthed a lot of reaction, down to the Livestock Ministry, down to Bianca Ojukwu, and all of that. There have been lots of reactions. And then straight from the major topic, which is the reshuffling of the cabinet. I know that I have heard Nigerians talk about the president, looking inward, reshuffling his cabinet, making the necessary changes. Some people have also said that, oh, the people around the president are probably not telling him the right things, what is actually happening in Nigeria. And some Nigerians started asking the question, does the president really know what we are facing as a people? And now this move by the president. So I'd like to know what Mufasa has to say about this one.
Well, it's what Nigeria will say a welcome development to some, but to some it's a look as the usual activities in government. We've had cabinet reshuffle even in past administration. And, the question is, how effective has it been in improving governance? I think that is my major worry and concern. How does it improve governance? Already, we have a situation in this country where people have never complained of hunger and starvation before in this magnitude. So if the move the president has taken is going to improve governance, then we'll say it's a good one. But for now, I will not get excited by a mere cabinet reshuffle. You are reshuffling a cabinet, and at the same time, you told Nigerians that those that are not performing have been removed and all of that. The question a lot of Nigerians are asking is, what about the petroleum sector? I'm aware that the president is in charge of that ministry. And we have Minister for State Gas, Minister for State Downstream, I think, yes, Enekin Lokbobiri and his what makes the Ministry of Petroleum not to be touched? Can they inform us or tell us any significant impact? Just one significant impact the Ministry of Petroleum has affected in the lives of Nigerians and in the life of this administration. So much money has been spent on maintaining just one refinery. Not the 3, just Port Harcourt refinery. And they keep giving us promises that in 2 weeks' time it will come upstream. It has become an unending 2 weeks, a 2 weeks of perpetuity. And you are doing cabinet reshuffle, you are sacking ministers, and nothing was said about the petroleum ministry. The group managing director is still seated there as GM. So for me, I really do not see any sincerity of purpose and intention. I think it's just for the optics. It's part of government activities. You know, like I've said before, it's not, reshuffling of cabinets does not translate to the government working.
But some people have talked about not being as effective as they should.
Sorry?
Some people have talked about some of these ministries not being as effective as they should be.
Okay.
So reshuffling, don't you, even the merging, you know, when people have talked about the cost of governance, or some of these ministries should be merged, these are some things that people have called for.
You are merging, but you are introducing some. You sacked 5 ministers and you brought in 7. How do you reconcile that? The Minister of Livestock, we don't have that before.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Why are we having a Minister of Livestock when there's already an agricultural, Minister of Agriculture?
When this was talked about earlier, it was explained.
And I refused, and I was one of those.
How much Nigeria earns, or how much comes in from the livestock production and the sales of these products, the end products of it. So that was what was mentioned when they talked about the introduction of livestock ministry.
And I didn't buy it. I wasn't one of those people that, that jumped up.
What about the fact that they said it's going to reduce the farmer-herders clash?
All this can be incorporated in the Ministry of Agriculture. It can be a direct. What you just need to do is create a directorate of livestock in the Ministry of Agriculture. You know, it's not as if the scope is so wild that it cannot be contained in that ministry. You understand? It is just a vicious circle. What they succeeded in doing yesterday is, for me, is a distractive mechanism. Let's get Nigerians talking, and we do what we like.
This is a huge step.
This
is a huge decision that looks more than just getting Nigerians talking.
It is not a huge decision to me. To me, there's nothing huge about it.
There's nothing huge about it.
It is not the first time. Cabinet reshuffled. Obasanjo did it. Jonathan did it. I think Buhari did it just once. It does not translate to anything unless you now begin to see difference in the mode of running government. And now the current issue that we are talking, that is plaguing this country, is the issue of petroleum refineries not working. Our naira in fact, our currency has been so devalued, has been so worthless that a dollar now is almost 1,070. I think 170 or thereabout. 1,700.
Talks about the naira looking stable.
So you're talking about education, talking about industry, sports, and all of that. And let us stop chasing shadows. Why did the president not look into the Ministry of Petroleum and call himself to order? Because he's the minister in charge of that ministry.
So should he change?
He can just step aside completely and get capable hands.
Is the president the problem? Him being the minister of petroleum, is that the problem?
The president is the problem.
Ministry.
The president is the problem, with emphasis. He's in charge. So who do you blame for it? If you want to, if this organization is failing, you blame the management. You don't blame the staff, because if the staffs are not doing well, it behoves on the management to ensure that the staffs are doing well, provided you provided all that is needed for the staffs to be effective.
Some people.
So what they usually do is they change management. The petroleum ministry is underperforming, and the president is in charge of that ministry. Why has the president not changed himself? Why do we still have the likes of Eneki Lokbobiri and the other minister for state? Why are they still seated there? Why do we still have Mele Kyari, who has not been able to explain why the Port Harcourt refinery, regardless of this humongous amount that is spent on that refinery, why is it still seated there and the refinery is not working? Why are Nigerians buying petrol at the rate of 1,250 naira today in Port Harcourt? Why is it so difficult for our aged mothers, sisters, aunties, and uncles in the rural areas? Why is it so difficult for them to get kerosene to cook their food? Why are we buying a kg of LPG, which is a regular cooking gas, at the rate of 1,500 naira today. These are the issues. Unless these issues are addressed, whatever they are doing is just for the optics.
So you're not looking at any other thing.
There's nothing special about it.